This quiet British town is completely overrun by cults and fringe religions. It's got alien exorcisms, secret midnight rituals, and believers who hurt themselves for God. Today I'm going deep inside as many as I can, from Scientology to a Mormon temple to a forest where people worship naked under the moon. We're even having a pint with a real-life Freemason.
Are there secret handshakes?
Oh, yes.
I just got frightened because I was seeing dead people.
You can see there, it's just normal British houses. You come into this road and all the houses here are Steiner inspired ones.
And if that wasn't enough, I'm going to try and start my own cult.
Sissy, what was that? Did you hear that?
Today we have 3 goals. Visit every weird religious site in this town, figure out why here of all places, and finally attempt the unthinkable, start a cult of my own. So welcome to East Grinstead.
I actually used to work in an estate agency around the corner from here. The town's got some really famous residents. Hollywood actor Tom Cruise, it's got Grammy-winning singer Adele, and Jamaican impersonator Peter Andre.
Our first stop is Wickenden Manor, home of Opus Dei.
Hidden down a secret lane is a place called Wickenden Manor, which hides one of Catholicism's most secret organisations. Some members still whip themselves or wear metal chains around their thighs or sleep in hair shirts, all to stay pure for God. Opus Dei officially says these acts are voluntary, they're down to personal preference, and you don't have to do any of it if you don't want to. It was featured in the Da Vinci Code, which has given it a bad reputation. Albino monks whipping themselves with dark oaths in crypt churches. Standing here, you can see why the myth survives today. It's too perfect, it's too quiet. We're going to have a quick drive and look at the place itself now. No signage or whatever to suggest it is what it is here. It's a beautiful house. Imagine Downton Abbey if they all just whipped each other. Wow. It's nice, but creepy. I want to turn around and get out fast.
Next on the list is St. Hill Manor, the home of Scientology.
The religion was built by a guy called L. Ron Hubbard, who previously wrote sci-fi. Just to be super clear, they are a religion and not a cult. And apparently the rumour is that they know exactly who you are before you even get to the gate. So if they are watching, then please like and subscribe. Scientology has some super famous members like Tom Cruise, Grant Cardone, and John Travolta, who famously tried booking a table at the local KFC here. I'm genuinely fascinated by Scientology. I visited the headquarters in LA too. They're notoriously unfriendly to YouTubers, so we're going to leave it there. No poking of the bear, we're just showing you where they are and how it works.
It's a place where Tom Cruise himself apparently isolated during lockdown.
So interestingly, there is a brawl going on in East Grinstead at the moment between Scientology and an ex-member. He claims that Scientology has its hands all in the local council, whereas Scientology claims that this guy was kicked out for stalking, but it's interesting read.
And next we head down the road to New Chapel to see a very impressive Mormon temple.
Nearby, a gleaming Mormon temple rises from the ground. It marries couples for all eternity and baptizes the dead. Since 1958, apparently only 2 outsiders have ever been allowed inside.
With my wife for about 3 or 4 years, and as much as I love her, I can't imagine spending eternity together.
And next we head into the Ashdown Forest, home of Winnie the Pooh and other bear people.
Deep in these woods, the stories are that there are rituals taking place. There are drums banging, there's Satanist symbols in trees, sometimes even complete nudity, people dancing in circles. Can't see anything today, but if you can imagine at night time sometimes, shit goes down here. So it's obviously the middle of the day, there's nothing going on right now, but cameraman Harry has offered to get his kit off and dance around a bonfire, so let's do this.
Ashurst Wood declared itself the People's Republic of Ashurst Wood nation state. I actually got on the national news for that. So they were the prawns, and there was a prawn sign as you entered the village.
But this dude picked up the bottle of piss and fucking threw it at the owner.
So the ley line comes through from in front of the church, goes through here,
goes through this hedge, and the earth line comes from that way and comes through here.
And you're seeing both right now?
Yeah.
Next, it's home to the Rosicrucians, who were in East Grinstead and have since moved 20 minutes away.
They mix Bible verses, Egyptian magic, psychic powers, and out-of-body travel. The person who founded it is rumoured to not even exist, and nobody from the outside ever gets a look in.
Well, I think the Rosicrucians are fascinating. They could hold the secret to the universe, or it could just be a philosophy club. Anyway, let's get Christian-y.
Christian scientists even once had a reading room here where they used prayer instead of prescriptions.
They think that illness is more about the mind than the body, so healing comes through spiritual understanding. The neighbouring village of Forest Row is an absolute goldmine of weird and wonderful, so we're going to do a deep dive here.
Next door, in Forest Row, it gets even weirder. Alternatively educated Steiner School kids dance in class, farmers bury manure-filled horns under full moons, and the village tops the anti-vax charts. We are here with
Dudley.
who's going to give us his magical mystery tour in probably the least roadworthy Land Rover in the world. So
bus.
let's do this and see what happens. If you had to describe this place to someone not from the area, how would you describe it?
Oh, it's a magical place. It's filled with lots of interesting people. Yeah, no, it's weird and funky, but pretty magical. You've just kind of got to go with the flow of it.
And at what point did you realise it was a bit wacky, a bit different?
So they've got a hippie Steiner School in Forest Row called Michael Hall, which I didn't actually go to, but when I was at preschool, so I would have been like 4, I actually went to a Steiner preschool. Rather than painting and all that sort of shit, you're like learning to make bread and out digging in the garden and shit like that. One of my old neighbours, who's to do with Michael Hall School, he gets up really early in the morning and goes for runs in the woods completely naked.
I had a message last night from someone saying there's secret ayahuasca rituals in the forest around Forest Row.
I've not heard about it, but that would not surprise me. There's a lot of fruity dons around Forest Row, especially some of the older crowd. They're like parents now, but you speak to them and they're like, oh, back in the day. They've grown up in like the 70s or the 80s where they're fucking mashing a load of psychedelics.
So here there's an abandoned church where JFK visited just a few months before he was assassinated, and you've been in there since, right?
I have been in there. Right now it's a building site, but if you would have come probably like 8 months ago, I could have maybe snuck you in there. At one point there was a load of squatters living in there, and I did hear a story that when the dude who bought it, or that owned it, went to go and turf him out, that this is a hippie guy. He had a bottle of piss that apparently he was using to wash his hair or something. Apparently he told me it's really good to wash your hair with, but this dude picked up the bottle of piss and fucking threw it at the owner.
And you call people who went to Michael Hall hippies to you?
Yeah, I'd say hippies. Like, not all of them, but I'd say they're quite hippie.
Is there like a hippie versus non-hippie divide in the community, or is just everyone gets on with everyone?
Nah, not really. Like, everyone kind of just gets on with everyone. You see our old mates walking down the road, he's got no shoes on. Oh, you're right, dude. Like, there was a dude that used to cycle through the village with no shoes on whilst playing a guitar, and it's just quite nice, really. You'd rather that than some dude like in a tracksuit going along. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're a bit weird, but they're sound as fuck. Like, you can't really go wrong with them.
What about Scientologists? Have you ever had any run-ins with them?
They do, like, I guess it's a thing to kind of bring people in. They put on like ice skating every year at Christmas in their manor. There was one kid at my school that was a Scientologist, or his parents were. There's always, like, if you ask people, they'll be like, oh yeah, Tom Cruise, he went into Java and Jazz, which is a pizza restaurant in Forest Row. They've got their own like bus network that goes around. You see buses going around, it will say private hire on it, and you see all these dudes with their headphones on. They're not talking to each other, they're just sat in the bus like this. And you can see it's like St Hill private hire.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've not really fucked with it too much. I don't go too near them.
There's Greenfield School, so there's a whole school that is based on Scientology. People know which of the Scientology businesses in the village, and sometimes I know people who would avoid that for certain reasons. I know people from the sort of the local Church of England church here who went on a tour of St Hill Manor and were, I'd say, intimidated or kind of definitely felt uncomfortable. But equally, they might have friends who are, or people, because it's just one part of a human being, isn't it? It's their religion.
The Guinea Pig Club, people who had undertaken experimental plastic surgery.
So many of the American presidents have been Freemasons, and the people that founded America.
Michael School, the magical school. It's like a Rick Steiner School. It's like alternative learning. I don't know heaps about it.
People that send their children there won't have TVs in their homes, the kids won't have mobile phones. If you go, it's full of arts and music.
The Steiner schools are about freedom and individual destiny in life.
Yeah, no, it's just like an alternative learning, which I think is pretty cool in some ways. Like, I think kids need to be doing more outdoorsy learning and all that kind of stuff.
Is dancing quite a big part of it?
Eurythmy. Yeah, they do a thing called eurythmy, which I think is like, you know how when you do your GCSEs, you've got to do like maths, English, and what like the key ones. Eurythmy is like this dancing thing, and I'm pretty sure it is a GCSE. Dancing and making wave movements with your body, I think.
They do this eurythmy performance and they tell the story, and the 9-year-olds are like, they're the river or they're the trees, or the older pupils are the actual protagonists, the characters, and it's a blend of dance and acting, and drama they do is as good as something you could see in the West End.
So we're a couple of streets away now. You can see there, it's just normal British houses. You come into this road and all the houses here are Steiner inspired ones. They look like futuristic, like cyberpunky.
They're pretty groovy looking.
The roofs are made of copper.
Yeah, copper roofs. So you'll see them when they have to get the roofs redone, they'll be like really shiny, all the colour of copper, like gold, bronzy. And then, then over time they kind of weather, and then they go green as well. The copper goes green.
Are you ready to get even weirder? Because it's time to talk theories.
So one of the main theories about why East Grinstead attracts so many different religions is ley lines. These are invisible lines of energy underground that connect places like the pyramids or Stonehenge and bring in energy to the place. As if that's not mad enough, this is also the meridian line, which splits east to west of the entire world. So you've got ley lines, which are like spiritual motorways. You've also got geographical lines here, which give the place its weirdness and make it a magnet for all sorts of different religions and cults. So I'm with Joe and Mum here, who have a very unique ability, so they can see ley lines.
So ley lines to me are yellow. It's like yellow little lightning strikes in the air, telling me which direction it's going in and how fast. And it goes literally from the ground right the way up to the sky. So there's earth lines and ley lines. Ley lines are man-made. The Stone Age man wanted to trade between different tribes, so they moved magnetic stones into a line.
So this is fascinating. So you could also have this. You could see dead people. You could see these energy lines and everything else.
Yeah.
But you chose not to indulge in it.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I just got frightened because I was seeing dead people and I didn't realise what they were, but they were not normal. And I just thought it was me sort of conjuring them up.
So how do you turn that off then?
I turned my back and said, go away, I don't want anything more to do with any of you. And, they left me.
So the ley line comes through from in front of the church, goes through here, goes through this hedge, and the earth line comes from that way and comes through here.
And you're seeing both right now?
Yeah.
And
So this one's yellow. At the moment it's going very slowly that way, but soon it will swap round.
Whereabouts, like here? Is it big? Is it thick? Is it?
It's about, ley line's about that big.
Right.
Earth line's a bit narrower.
So you're right in the middle of it now?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Another theory is that it's not about the energy lines at all, it's about the surgical ones. This man here, Sir Archibald Mackindo, he helped badly burned RAF pilots during World War II, forming the Guinea Pig Club, a support network for people who had undertaken experimental plastic surgery. Locals called it the town that didn't stare, and perhaps this philosophy of accepting others without judgment or staring is what's allowed it to become the religious melting pot it is today. We've just been invited for a pint with a Freemason It's not often that someone from the world's most secret society offers you a meeting. So we're going to go and have a chat, see what's what, ask him some questions and see what he thinks of the place. Are there secret handshakes?
Oh yes.
Can you teach us, or are they too secret?
Well, there are, but it's not as sinister or as spooky as you might think. The main thing is that the secret handshakes, and there are passwords and signs, salutes if you like, but that all goes back when people didn't have certificates to prove their qualifications. You needed to be able to signify that to your potential employers.
So the ceremony itself is something that's gone on for, we don't know, over 300 years.
1717 it kind of began.
As far as we know. And this is a one-act play, 30, 40 minutes, something like that, that's been handed down verbally from generation to generation to generation.
From a conspiracy point of view, you know, people say Freemasons rule the world and it's the most secret society ever. From what you experience, it is a social club and it's nothing sinister, it's just a very normal group of people doing normal things.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wish there was a conspiracy. I wish there was a way that I could get myself... I'm looking for a job at the moment. If anybody can help me get a job, or £1 million, or hook me up with something, it'd be grand. But unfortunately, you pay your money and it's a social club.
Yeah, I mean, it's true that over the years, I mean, Kevin was talking about the founding fathers. I mean, so many of the American presidents have been Freemasons and the people that founded America. And so if you want, you could take that spin on it. They're members of the royal family. But in terms of a conspiracy whereby they're all plotting to do something, absolutely not.
Cool. Let's start a cult.
East Grinstead is home to different religions, faiths, and maybe even a few cults. But what if the reason people are joining these places isn't spiritual at all? It's just because they're bored. Near where I live, there is a private beachfront estate filled with rich people, and maybe more than just a few midlife crises.
I asked AI to design me everything and it came up with this.
Welcome to the Order of the Tidal Signal.
I printed them off and posted them through rich people's letterboxes.
Tonight is the night of the meeting. No idea if anyone will come. Part of me thinks the idea is just so strange that the police will be waiting for me there, ready to handcuff me. But we'll see what happens. I've got the torches, I've got the cloaks. All we need now is total darkness. Let's do it.
We set everything up and then we waited.
So it's been about an hour. The flames are dying now. The tide is coming in. Think we're going to give up and go home, just wait for this to dwindle. But no energy here, no cult.
And then this happened.
See, what was that? Did you hear that? Mate, there's someone coming.
The man didn't want to be on camera, but he was an entrepreneur who ran a local chain of shops, and he came along for a laugh, doing the wolf howl on arrival himself. We ended up chatting together for about half hour on the beach, where he happily became the first member of the Order of the Tidal Wave. I'll chant with the Druids, or I'll drum with the Pagans. I'll march with the Morris, or write Awaken on the pavement. If the Mormons need a placement, then it's me and brother Nathan. Because it's free J Huss, it's free the guys, and free the Masons. I am not a bigot. I do not care what you believe, whether you have a crest on your chest or Satan on your sleeve. It's dope if you like the Pope or fucking Greek mythology, but I will not mess with